It now creates a triangle of trust between the three of us. Does that make sense? Make sure you ask them to practice the edification. Now, sometimes people say to me, Nathan, well, it's easy to edify you. You're an RVP. You're a COC. It's easy to edify you. Guys, you understand that the new person has no clue what that means? I'm a NBC. Oh, he's a UPS. Oh, she's an ABC. Unbelievable, right? You understand that? You just got to create importance. The titles mean nothing. I always find it's funny when my reps interview, he's an RVP. They're like, yeah, he's a letter R, he's a letter V. What does that mean? Get them to edify the importance of who the person that they're meeting. Does that make sense with everybody? Teach them the edification process. Here's how I do it. I go see their two best friends. He edifies me. I do a little mini presentation. Whether they're interested or they're not interested, I'm going to get those two people to help invite for people at that home meeting. Does that make sense? And I tell my new rep, the first home meeting we're going to do, just so you know in front, is not to sign up representatives. Is to practice a home meeting. Does that make sense? Now, of course we want to sign up people, but it's to take the pressure off of them in case things don't go the way we want it to. Does that make sense? The purpose of the first home meeting is to teach them how we're going to do a home meeting. Okay? So we set up a home meeting for the people. The goal is very simple. You're a new person. You must understand. Here's how I look at it. The day you sign them up, they're on life support. They have 48 hours to survive unless you get them some kind of positive result. Does that make sense? Has it ever happened that you sign someone up and a couple of days later, they never answer your phone call again? Show of hands. That's normal. If you didn't get some prospects out of them, it was your fault. You blew it. 48 hours until they disappear, unless you get them some kind of positive result. Does that make sense? That's why I get them to call a couple people in front of me. Let's see your best friends tonight. Well, I'm too busy. Do you eat? Let's eat together. There's always a way to get people in front of the information. Does that make sense? Help them go over and host their first home meeting. Now, once we do the information, we present the material to them. After the presentation is another crucial time. After the presentation, what I do at the end of the presentation, I tell the people, listen, after seeing the information, do you see yourself more wanting to save money or make money? I look at it, prospects come through one door. There's only two doors you're leaving from, either the customer door or the rep door, because I locked the door. Does that make sense? You're leaving one of the two. So if they say, yes, Nathan, I'm open to making some more money, what do? Have them sign themselves up. Initiate the launch training that we're doing now. I really believe, guys, the launch training takes about 35 to 40 minutes. If they do not have time to launch themselves now, I personally do not sign them up now. I only sign them up when I can launch them the right way, because I got one shot to launch them the right way, because in 48 hours they disappear. Does that make sense? If the person tells you, no, I'm not interested in the business, what do? Sign them up as a customer. So I tell them, listen, you're not interested in business? That's great. Can you give me even, listen to the words I use, can you give me even one reason not to try one of the services that you're already using anyways, and enormously helps out your friend by trying the service? Can you give me any reason not to try the service? Right? The only answer they can give you is, I hate my friend, and I like to spend more. That's the only answer they can really give you. And the last answer is they go, well, I need to think about it. You ever heard that before, guys? I agree with you. Me too. Before I dive into anything, I want to think about it too. I want to stick my toe in the water and make sure it's good first, right? Isn't the best way to think about it is to try the service and to make sure it works well, right? Yes? Well, what's your phone number? Bam, sign up the customer. Does that make sense? You leave there either as a rep or as a customer. Then everyone that you see, you understand, you need to teach them that they got to get the Saturday training. Every single person needs to get all new people to the Saturday training. I tell my people, guys, at the end of the home meetings, anyone that doesn't sign up as a representative on the spot, which I'll be honest with you, those are my reps that are in the room, I almost never try to close a rep. I almost never do. I'll close a customer, but I'll never close a rep, because if I close them in the business, I got to close them on working. Does that make sense? We're looking for people that want to work. And people always ask me, how do you motivate your reps? How do you motivate your reps? We can't motivate our reps. We're looking for motivated people. Does that make sense? Right? Mike said it yesterday in the training. We're always asked, how do you motivate your reps? Go sign up another rep in his face. That's how you motivate your rep. Go find someone else and lead by example. Let them understand where their BOMs are. And if you're a part-timer, here's what I tell my part-timers. You must be once a week, every week at a BOM. I want you to coordinate that out in your agenda every single week. You need to be at the BOM religiously. Every Saturday training in your area, you need to be there. That's game day Saturday. Every Saturday, you must be there. And you also want to understand that you need to teach them at the end of that training that they need to see the importance of coming to an ACN international event, what I call ACN University. And we have 4 university sessions a year. Does that make sense? You got to learn our craft. Guys, anything that you do in life, you're going to have to learn what you need to do to be successful. Yes or no? This is where the training grounds are, to teach people what they got to do. All of my success is due to these events, is what propelled me to where we are today based on our business. And the last thing you want them to understand, guys, is they need some tools. In any business, you need some tools. Here's the tools that I recommend that they need to have. Number 1, they need to have some DVDs. At the end of your presentation, when they say, I got to go home and talk to my wife, you say, no, let Trump talk to your wife. And give them the DVD. Make sure you have some of the magazines for them. Make sure they have the necessary information.